Hello, happy people. Philly and 2K coming at you with another pipe tobacco review. This one is from Cornell Diehl, and it is part of their small batch. So I'll go ahead and, if you take a look at this here, just to give you a quick description, this is what Sansepolcro blend. It's the blend name. It contains Italian dark fired and North Carolina red Virginia. This is Cornell Diehl small batch. It seems so obvious. A line of limited small batch blends as a means to show off some old recipes and try out some new ones, and appropriately to flex our creative muscle. They're merging the old world with the new. This is the Sansepolcro. There we go. It's written in Sansepolcro, written on the back here. Sansepolcro is a very special entry into a small batch project, carefully blended from unique Italian dark-fired florets and some of the finest red Virginias from North Carolina. Aromatically spicy with earthy, clove-like undertones. These florets are all grown in the Sansepolcro region of Italy, which boasts a history of tradition of tobacco cultivation to the 17th century. Combined with mellow citrus and bread-like notes of the reds, it makes for a wonderful melange of flavors and aromas, at once both familiar and exotic. There you go. There's the pipe review right there. We're done. No. Great tobacco. I couldn't have done better than what they said. Before we get started, I do want to show off a container that I use to store my pipe tobacco. I picked these up at IKEA for relatively cheap. That's the tobacco we're smoking today. You can see that there. So I picked these up. They're great for short term. You know, you're currently smoking this. This is not a storage solution, but the container lids are sealed. So again, you can keep your tobaccos on the, on the shelf or on your desk. A nice little container. Looks neat. Works well. You can hear Thelma. I've got the windows open. It's a beautiful day here, and she's over in the house and making noise, having a great time. Thelma's my parrot, for those of you who don't know. So, how does it smoke? Well, it's a great smoke. The dark fired, the Italian dark fired is the predominant note on this, and it is spicy. And it is a nicotine bomb. If you do not like full-bodied, full-strength tobaccos, don't get this. It's not even worth the money. This is reminiscent, not in flavor, but in potency of the McBaron makes what they call their old dark fired, and then they have their bold Kentucky, which is below that or above that. I don't know how on the strength scale it's at the max, and that is just straight. I think it's just straight Kentucky, flute cured Kentuckys and whatnot. But that blend, whew, it'll kick your butt. This isn't as strong as that, but it is up there on the scale. You do get a nicotine rush. I mean, be careful. I packed about 1/3 of a bowl in this because I'm not going to smoke an entire bowl of this tobacco. Oh my gosh, it'd make me sick. Not just me. I know there's people out there that will be able to smoke an entire bowl or get, those huge pipes and smoke it, but not me, man. I tell you, this is a strong tobacco with a lot of flavor, and Cornell Diehl did a really good job on this because it's smokable. It would be really easy for this to just be a knock you out, punch you right in the jaw, and hit you on the sweet spot, and you're done, and you can't smoke this. You just can't smoke a lot of it, which is great because a little bit goes a long way, as they say, and that is this tobacco. Absolutely 100%, strong, very good, though. I could go on and on, but I think they gave it the best review. I don't get a lot of the bready quality, but again, those dark fired tobaccos it's good. I mean, it's good. It's just You don't want to puff this and chain puff it, or again smoke a lot of it. But very pleasant. A little harsh on the nose when you try to get the extra flavors by blowing that through your nose. Like this tobacco with a nice, now I don't drink anything while I'm doing these reviews, but I will say a nice rye old fashioned and this go together real well. This is definitely, to me, an evening smoke. It's not a get up in the morning. And it does have a pleasant room note to it. Again, the Virginias, but the Italian dark fireds give it a, to me, it smells like what a traditional, if you were, let's go back, old school, you had your smoking jacket on, you're a gentleman, you got your, I say rye old fashioned, back then maybe what, brandy or whatever, but you got a nice drink, you head to your study, you might read a book or two, and that smell of cigars and pipe tobacco mixed with the books and the study, that's what the room note just kind of gives me a reminder of. It has a classy quality to it. I know I'm not giving you like a scent to go on. It just gives you, it's pipe tobacco. Somebody smoked a pipe, and it gives you that real classy, what in your mind, whether you're a pipe smoker or not, and pipe smokers have more concern, but if you were to just think old school pipe tobacco, what that would smell like in a the Millionaire's Lounge, where it's a great tobacco. It's just got a lot of punch to it, a lot of punch. It does kind of go from being very harsh up front to kind of mellows it out a little bit. You start to get the red Virginias in there, and you get that it's like you get a dish and you cook a little bit of butter into it, and it gives it that texture of that. Not buttery flavor, but, well, maybe if you, like they said, breads, that like a nice, fresh baked, buttered bread. That comes through as you smoke this. Very good. Like I said, I usually am smoking this with rye. And the reason I don't drink anything while I'm doing these reviews on this camera is so that I can give you my honest opinion of just this. So I typically, before I do one of these reviews, I brush my teeth about 30 minutes before. I drink some water just before I come out here. Kind of flush everything. I don't eat anything. Just give it a little bit of time. Trying to give you my honest opinions here, because that's all I can give you is my opinions. I can't tell you what you'd like or what you should like. But I want to try to give you my take on these things. Got to get another flint. Now, I use a pipe lighter, a Zippo pipe lighter. So you light this, well, nope, out of flint. So when you light it, you turn it up, the flame goes right down into the pipe. I never fill this completely full of lighter fluid. About halfway when I do fill it, and I've learned from using it what is about halfway. And the reason for that is because I don't want to get any Zippo fluid flavoring into my tobacco, but I just love using a Zippo lighter to light my pipes. I get a high quality Zippo fluid. I go to Zycar. Is it Zycar? I hope it's Zycar. I think it's Zycar, but I get a good quality Zippo lighter fluid to use. And to me, I don't get, but I always use it, so I don't get that flavor from the Zippo lighter fluid. But again, I always use a Zippo lighter to light my pipes. So that's one thing that's consistent throughout, is I'm always using that. Some people go, ooh, you're using a Zippo lighter, but to each his own, as they say. I'm kind of like that with cigars. When I see people lighting cigars with those torch lighters, and I'm like, what are you doing? Use a real cigar match with wood, or use the cedar. In my head, that's what I do when I smoke a cigar. When I smoke a pipe, I want that Zippo. Although I do for indoor use. You know, like when you're at the tobacco stores and whatnot, is to get the pipe lighter with just the flame. But anyway, use what you want to use to light your cigars, your cigarettes, your pipes, whatever else. But you know, use your own, what you like. I mean, that's why they make so many different products out there. If there was just one way to do this and one way only, and it was the way, there would be one product. You know, there wouldn't be, you know, torch lighters and the big tabletop lighters and the matches that are specific. I mean, they wouldn't have all that. So this is a hobby or a activity that lends itself to many, many, many different modes of comfort. I think if it's a comfort activity, this is something that you do to relax, to enjoy. You know, do it the way you want to do it. You know, it's your money, it's your product. You know, are there bad ways to do things? I'm sure. I mean, you know, there always is, but do what you want to do. Learn the basics. There obviously are do's and don'ts of pipes and cigars, but, you know, and learn the etiquette. You know, I'm not going to go into all the different etiquette, but at tobacco stores, clubs, and hangouts, there's etiquette to be followed. You know, and if you're never sure, ask somebody. Really. I mean, don't be afraid to. If you're going to a club where people are that snooty, well, you're going to the wrong place, in my opinion, but that's you, you know, if that's what you like. But people are helpful. This isn't, you know, it's a nice day out here. I have no idea how this is going to show up on film because they got the sun coming over here and all kinds of stuff going on. So, again, another great product from Cornell Diehl, and I actually found out, so I'm very excited. I'm going to have to order some. They make a straight North Carolina Red Virginia ribbon. So I'm going to order that, and I'll hopefully get to review that for y'all. I don't know how long it's going to take to come in, but get on this. Order this now if you want to try it. It's part of their small batch. I got this from my, you know, from Houston, you know, Briar Shop, 2,502 out of 4,500. So they produced this in October of 2016, at least mine anyway. And I never told you what it smells like, so I'm going to stick my nose in here. But if you want to try this, it's a small batch, so get on it. Oh, it's got a nice, sweet, sugary vinegar. That's the best way I can describe that. It's really good. It's got a hint of something else in there, and I'm not going to try to put my nose to that, but it's very good. So I got a great nose on that, like honey vinegar. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's what I'm thinking in my head when I smell it. Again, please thumbs up this video if you liked it. Thumbs down it if you didn't. Please feel free to leave comments in the comment section. And as always, don't forget to hit that little subscribe button, and hope to see you at the next pipe review.